All right, this is me setting a 15-minute timer to talk to you guys. All right, um, so it's been a really long time since I've done one of these video journal update things, and a lot's happened since the first one. It's funny because I had a second one drafted, but I didn't really get a chance to feel comfortable enough with releasing it. And that's just on me. Like, I'm a really big overthinker when it comes to what I create and how I put it out and what I put out. This is more of an informal setting just so I kind of do it. Sometimes I overthink, like, oh, this shot needs to be in it. Oh, this shot needs to be in it. I need to speak on this. I need to speak on this. But I want to give you all just my raw mind, voice, and heart because that's what you deserve. So I'll kind of just talk about this year, I guess. My final semester in college. It was awesome. Just being able to slow time down by being present is a gift we all deserve. So we all know that time is, it moves really fast, and sometimes in the blink of an eye, a big moment could happen 2 weeks ago, a month ago. Like, I think it's crazy. It's almost been 3 months since I've graduated, and, I'm just out here in my life, living my adult life and everything, doing it the best I can. Just trying to figure it out because I really don't know what I'm doing, which is kind of funny to say out loud because I feel like a lot of people are expecting me to know what to do right now. And to be frank, I feel like maybe I should, but it's really fun figuring it out as you go in your early 20s. I saw this tweet and it was like, it's funny that when you get in your 20s, you're kind of like starting this baby phase all over again. Because to people that are older than you, it's like you've only really had 1 year of doing this shit. So how could you know? So like I'm a 1-year-old baby, and I think that that's a kind of funny and also comforting way of just looking at this adulting lifestyle. Because sometimes it gets like I get really hard on myself and think I haven't been doing enough to, I don't know, just be the guide, be the example I want to be for not only you guys, but just myself and my family as well. Like, I got 3 younger siblings that I need to make sure have an example to hold in a special light for inspiration and influence. So yeah, it was really special being with my friends and being present in the fact that I might not have this for a long time with these specific people. Yeah, school was kind of just a breeze. It was just like the work wasn't really too hectic. It was just easy stuff. I don't really care about school that much, if you know me. Graduating was really cool. I always wanted to drop out. If you know me, like the first 2 years were really hard because the musicians adjacent to me, it looked like we're just dropping out and things were working out. So it seemed like I needed to follow that trajectory. But if you don't know, I went to college for free through a scholarship called Posse. And I had this phone call with my grandma, my dad's mom. The interlude on Ever Changing is actually her voice after I just had like a breakdown and called her with some just mysterious, ominous messaging because I was just not in the right headspace. And that's the voicemail she left me after trying to call me back so many times. But yeah, that's like my road dog. I love her so much. That's my twin, my everything, my rock. She, on this phone call with me about 2 years ago, kind of expressed her desire to just see me do the things she couldn't see her two sons do, my dad and my uncle. And, you know, it's no love less, but it was just like, please, before I transition, like, I just want to be able to see this. So it became doing something for someone else, but it's like also making it for me. It's like, I'm going to do this so she can see me in this light, because that's what she deserves. So that graduation day, you know, that specific hug really, really took me over. I didn't know how to handle it. A bunch of tears, and I don't really cry often. I think I spent like a lot of time crying during like my depression days, and now it's a little hard, but certain hugs, certain goodbyes, certain hellos just send me back into that state. And that was one of them, especially with her, my dad, my mom, my aunt, my grandmas, my siblings. Like, all of the hugs were just like feeling it. Yeah, I've been with a group of musicians. Shout out Key Slime, FTBK, J Dot, Hagen Bros, KTP, 35 Mil, all my guys. We've just been cooking up some of the best art I've ever made in my entire life. And, you know, I had to figure out what was next after graduation. And I was like, maybe I go home to DC. Maybe I go with my mom in Atlanta. But then I realized, like, going home just didn't really sit right with me. So it felt like a step backwards, not a step forward. So I had to think about what were steps forward, and it was the obvious California, because that's where people go to just work and stuff on music. But then it's like, that's a really crowded space, and I don't like having to exert an excess amount of energy to creep through the blinds. Like, I don't like doing that. I kind of I enjoy being in these spaces that are like bubbling and, you know, about to pop off. And I look to my friends, and some of my musician friends, Key Lime and Fred, are moving to Milwaukee. And I was just like, yo, like, I don't really know what I'm doing with my adult life now that I've graduated, but I know I enjoy being with you guys. So would you be open to allowing me, you know, in your space in Milwaukee to create with, you know, your people, your world? And they gratefully allowed me in. So that's what's next for me. I'm moving in with them August 1st. Leaving out of this place. This is like an empty bucket list. My girlfriend left I love you messages. Yeah, so leaving Madison, which is, I'm kind of sad, because this has been home for the past 4 years. Find your home. And if you have multiple homes, that's A-okay. But just remember that you have them in your moments of worry and tribulations and trials, or trials and tribulations, whatever. I've been saying things backwards these days, but just remember your homes so you know where to go, who to go to. Because when we get in here, it's really, 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 really easy to forget. You gotta make it your duty to remember who is in your corner and what homes have made you who you are. And I think this home has made me into the ever-changing human and creative and artist that I am today. So leaving it is a little, it's a little sad. But I'm also really, really super excited to be surrounded by creatives. Because the last time that happened on a serious level was No Label Academy 2 years ago. And you guys know what that did for me, my identity and my career. So you can only imagine the possibilities from living with creatives for a full year. And if you know my guys, my group, you know that's some of the best music you've ever heard in your life. And if you haven't, please go check them out. Rewind this video back, Listen to the names I mentioned, and I promise you, you will discover some great music that will teach you about yourself. Speaking on music, I feel like I should just let you guys know what's next, what you should be expecting. Um, I don't want to say too much because I do a lot of this sometimes and I want to really get into just doing it and then talking about it. So there are releases coming, and these releases tell a story of who I am in my heart and in my mind. It's one word to that I believe fully encaptures who I am, because it used to be such a constant question, you know? It was never a defining answer. But now, this story as a guide is about the definitive answer rather than the constant questioning. So it's me and my raw truths and my raw beliefs about myself, the world, relationships, etc., put into these audio art forms for you to escape with. But the thing about escape is like you're escaping from something you didn't know or you didn't love or you didn't find comfort in or nor fulfillment, and you're running towards said fulfillment, because that's what's like, it's just the whole point of all this life thing is purpose and fulfillment, and without it there's just this constant questioning. And so this journey of new music is to halt the constant questioning and give you guys definitive answers for you to learn from. I'm not like a teacher that's testing you guys. I just want to be someone that has experience in this life thing and that can offer you modes of travel throughout the whole fucking roller coaster. Because that's what all this really is, man. It's just some crazy ass roller coaster. I love you. If you're watching this, I'm super grateful. If you're new to this journey, if you've been here since I started, if you've been here since whenever, you're here now, and I appreciate you for being with me. If you know me, you know my practices. Write down your goals. Talk with yourself. It's so important because no one else can judge you. You just got to talk with them. Talk with them. That's who, at the end of the day, is there when no one else is. Go outside. Get in the sun, man. Go sit by some water. Listen to some good therapeutic music. Even if it isn't mine, I will not force you to do that. Do it on your own time whenever you feel is best. But find that therapy that works for you, because this life just, it gets hard sometimes, and you need these modes of therapy, modes of manifestations to keep your mind out of the gutter. I can't express the love I have for all of you. It's insane that, I'm at this place with my artistry and my reach, and I'm just super, super, super excited to see where we go with this. I haven't been too disciplined in creating and working, but I promise I'm working on that spirit within myself to become that for you all, but also for myself first, because that's who matters the most. Not that you matter any less to me. I am the reason I'm doing this, and I know that. So I need to be able to do these things so I know that I'm doing them, not for external validation. Summer's been cool. I'm doing this job, Essay Expo, at this restaurant called Great Dane, but my last day is this Saturday. It's been great. I'm in this consulting job on Zoom, if you can hear it. So I've just been working, trying to get money to support my dreams and myself. And that's one thing I will say for the future youth artists that are coming up. I know it sucks, and I know you don't really want to do it, but you gotta have some kind of way of funding the dream, because if you don't, you might not have any money to do it. And, you know, you need to invest in yourself, your passion, and your well-being. And with that, I'm TSG, the sun's god, Apollo in full. I go by AP now, though, but I'm getting closer to feeling like, you know, Apollo's still AP, etc., etc. But my timer's going off. You can see here, clock, timer. So, love you. Peace out.